You made a decision today. You're sure of it. You chose what to eat, what to say, what to do next. It felt deliberate. It felt like you. But what if the science says otherwise? In 1983, a neuroscientist named Benjamin Libet wired people up to brain scanning equipment and asked them to do one simple thing: flick their wrist whenever they felt like it. That's all. A free choice. No rules, no pressure. Just move when you want to move. Then he watched what happened inside their brains. The results stopped the psychology world cold. The brain began preparing the movement a full half-second before the person was consciously aware they had decided to move. The signal fired. The machinery started. And only after all of that did the feeling of choosing arrive. Your brain decided before you did. Or more precisely, something in you decided and then sent the conscious mind a notification. Libet called it the readiness potential. Researchers have spent 4 decades arguing about what it means. But here's what's not up for debate. The sequence. Brain fires. Then you feel the choice. Not the other way around. Now layer in what psychologist Daniel Wegner found. Wegner spent years studying what he called the illusion of conscious will. He discovered that your sense of being the author of your actions is constructed after the fact. Your brain stitches together a story. It finds a thought that preceded an action, notices they match, and concludes, I did that. I meant that. That was me. But Wegner showed you can be fooled in both directions. You can feel like you caused something you didn't. And you can feel zero ownership over something you absolutely did. The feeling of deciding, it turns out, is just a feeling. It gets stranger. Social psychologist John Bargh ran a series of experiments at Yale where he primed people with words related to old age. Words like Florida, forgetful, wrinkled. Then he measured how fast they walked down a hallway afterward. They walked slower. They hadn't noticed the words. They didn't feel influenced. But their behavior shifted completely. Your unconscious is running a parallel process you have no access to. It scans your environment. It picks up signals. It adjusts your behavior before your conscious mind even enters the room. So what does that make you? Here's the counterintuitive twist. Knowing this doesn't shrink your agency. It expands it. Because once you understand that most of your decisions are driven by unconscious priming, past experience, and emotional residue from things that happened hours or years ago, you can start designing your environment intentionally. You can choose what to expose your unconscious to. You can shape the inputs, even if you can't directly steer the output. Viktor Frankl, writing from inside a concentration camp, called this the last human freedom, the ability to choose your response. But neuroscience adds a layer he didn't have access to. You may not choose your first impulse, but you can choose what world you build around yourself. You can choose what primes you. Tonight, you'll make 100 decisions. You'll feel completely in control of all of them. But underneath that feeling, something older and faster is already at work, scanning, deciding, moving. The question isn't whether that process exists. It does. The question is, what are you feeding it? You made a decision today. You're sure of it. But now you know who made it first.